Okay, so now the first command which I am going to tell you basically is a category, it's not a command, and that is called archiving and compressing. So in Windows, how do you do that archiving and compressing? So these are the two different things. Remember that: archive and compress. Okay, and both. This is something which we need to understand. And in Windows also we have used it. In Linux also you will be using it on daily basis. So which are the utilities which you have for archiving? One of the utility which you have to archiving is tar. Okay. That is a one of the way to archive the things. And here we have one utility which is also we call it compress. So we have gzip and gunzip. Okay. So if you want to only archive the files and folders, tar is best way. If you want to compress, then you need to use gzip, gunzip. Most of the time we use these combinations. Okay, most of the time this combination tarring plus gunzipping, tarring, untarring, gunzipping plus extracting the tar. But something which we have both the options available. What is the options? So in that case we have zip, which you know that I guess so, because we've been doing the zipping, WinZip and all a lot, in Windows also. WinZip means Windows zip. Zip is for Linux. Okay, so how do we do that? So, and which is the best options? So which is the best option you have to tell me. Okay, but how do we do that? I will show you that. So for example, let's say this is the folder, correct? And I want to tar it. So how do you do that? So tar hyphen c for v for verbose mode, f for file, dot tar, and this is the one. Now don't try to remember the commands. The important things you are getting done, that is important, because commands you'll get it hundreds of ways. I know that. So I'm creating the tar ball. Now here I'm creating one tar ball. You see that in front of you, and here it is a tar. Okay, what is the size of it? 201 MB. Okay, now which I'm going to compress it. So how do I do the compressing? Gzip. And here in this tar ball I am compressing it. And now let's check it out. It's taking a little time. ls, and this is the compressed one. Now on the internet you will find this file only most of the time, zip file. Okay, so they will have, actually you will have a zip file also, tarball also, gunzip also, depends on, but this is the recommended one. Okay, now you look at the size of it, du-sh, and here 73 MB. Look at the thing. So the size for the folder was, okay, I lost the folder size. The archived was 201 and compressed is 73 MB. Okay, now I'm going to untar it. So this number you remember that. So first thing what you have to do, gunzip, mean uncompressed. This is the command for uncompressed. So now you see they become a tar, and now I'm going to untar it. So tar hyphen x for extracting vf and then file, and now I extract it. And here this is the directory. Now you see the size of this directory, 100 and 209. Now I'm going to zip this. So zip hyphen r dot zip and then folder name. Okay, zip is not installed, guys. So what do we do in this case? I'm not sure about it. Can you please help me?
sudo apt get zip.
Yeah, sudo apt install Earlier it was get, but now it's you can use this app only. And gif. Okay, enter. Yes, I want to install it. So this is the way simple you install all the utilities. Don't worry about that. It's very easy in Ubuntu. Okay, so now I'm going to check this. Now you are going to tell me which is more effective. Okay, so here I have a zip file. Where is that? Here it is. So this is the size I want to know here. So in this case, which you think is more effective? What was the size of Ganjip? I don't remember though. 7 plus only. I think almost same. Here in this case, maybe 73 or 1 GB difference, maybe 1 MB difference. Correct, no? If I recall correctly. Okay, but here this will give you better performance. Overall, this combination will give you best performance. This will give you little less. So now, if you have to archive or compress or both, now you know what to do. All of you, any questions, any doubts on this? Any questions, any doubts on this? Hello, I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay, so now next thing is which I want to tell you, and that is very important because you can get it from the internet also, but you'll spend some time, and that is called ch mode versus ch own. Okay, what is the ch mode versus ch own? So guys, let's understand this way. Uh, let's have fun. LRT. Look at this. So this is the file, okay, and this is the directory. So let's copy this one and this one, two things. Look at it very carefully. This is the file and this is the directory. Now in this file, if you see, you have no D, and here if in this directory, if you see, you have a D. So D for what? So D for directory, and here you see it's empty. So that means file. So I give the tab. Now if you see this pattern, okay, here you have 9. So 3, 3, 3. So let's separate it out. Tab, tab, here also tab, tab, and so on. Now you see that this is the pattern. Now what is the meaning of R? So R means you have a read access. W means you have a write access. And this one means no, nothing. So read access, write access, nothing, no execute access. X means execute access, execute. Okay. So when you read this table, read, write, execute, read, write, execute, read, write, execute, read, write, execute, read, write, execute. Okay. So here in this file for this particular user, which is root, you have a read access, write access, but no execute access. If you see that here in this directory, you have a read access, write access, and execute access. Okay, but for whom? So guys, first one, the one which you see here is the first one is for the owner of the file. Okay, owner means who's the owner? Here is the, this is the user, this is the group. Okay, don't get confused. Root is a group also, root is user also. So this is the owner of the file. Okay, now what is this for? Which access? So this is for the people who's a part of the group. Means group means this file or folder, you see part of the group called root. So anyone who's a part of the group called root will have access to this one. Okay, and this one is for others. Last one is for others apart from the owner and the group, others. This is how you define. So here you see this guy is the owner and it has a read write but no execute option. And group, you have read write, read access only, no write, no execute. For others, other than user and the part of the group, read only, no write, no execute. execute access. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
Yeah. So now guys, typically what happens, this number which you see, it's easy way to present. So read, we have it 4, number 4, and write we have a 2, and execute we have 1. Okay. So this is 4, 2, 1. What is the total together? Is it 6, right? 4 plus 2 plus 1. What is that? Hello? Hello? Guys, you guys are not responding. Are you with me?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Following.
Yeah. So what is the number here?
7.
7, right? Simple. So 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7. So that means if you want to assign someone, owner you want to assign, give access, full access, then here you have a 7 you have to give. If you want to give the full access, then 7. If you want to give full access to others, also 7. Now guys, these all things you do in Windows also, but I don't know how many of you have noticed. Let me go and show you. This is the file, properties, go to the security, and you see allow, all this thing. You see here, allow, deny, read, write. See, read, write, execute, full control. So you have all this here. Okay, so you can do that here in the UI part, but in Linux we have a commands for it. So if you want to give every access, 7, owner 7, group 7, other 7. Now let's say typically we give the owner 7, but here we have a 5 and 5. If you want to execute any script, then you give this access. Default access for any is 6, 4, 4. So now you got to know why we have this one 6. See here, why we have this one, default access for files. Why we have this one? See here, 6. So 4, 2, 6, 0, 4, 4. So this is the default access. Okay. And if you want to give executable access, so typically we give it 755. 7 means complete access to the owner and group. Let me put it up in this way. uh, 4, read, write, execute. Here read plus execute, no write, read plus execute. Okay, so this is the way. How do we give it? So let me give it now. So here you see this file, I am going to give chmod 755. See here, and now you look at the table for this file. See here, see, execute, first one is everything. Now you want to give 000, chmod 000, you see nothing. 777, full access to everyone. 777, this one, and you see. Now you understood this particular chmod anatomy, and you have to use a lot all this combination. There are lots of practice you have to get it done in order to get easier. All of you understood?
Yes. Got it.
Okay. Now next one is we have a CHO. What is a CHO? Means here, if I understand, ch mode means changing the
The
changing the permissions. Okay, and here ch own, if I abbreviate here, so it's changing the ownership. So what is the ownership means? Let me show you here. So right now these all files you see, it has a first one which you see, it's a user. Second one is a group. Don't get confused, though it's the same, but first one is user, second one is a group. Okay, so column is not visible, that's the reason you are not able to see. So here, let me see if I can get it. Full column ls. So if you want to know ls with full column, so ls you have a man ls. Okay, man ls. So it will give you all the commands. So here it says, oh, if do not ignore entry starting with da da da, almost all. and I want to try this one. So ls a. It's not giving me desired option though. Sorry, ls, right? Okay, let me try some other. Man ls and column. So what is this? List all the columns. So I just grab it. So capital C. So ls hyphen la capital C. Enter. No, it's not coming actually. List entries by column. It should be list entries by column. ls hyphen l c. I'll try a little bit later, but understand this way. So here you have this one user and a root. Okay. So now if I want to change the permission, let's say, look at this file. You have a use owned by root, and group is also this file is group ownership is root itself. So what do we do? So let me create let me change the permission for this file. So let's say this is owned by right now root. So how do I change this file? So ch own and username Ubuntu. I'm changing to Ubuntu, and group name Ubuntu, and this file. Simple. And here it's not allowed. What do we do in this case? Because that you cannot change the permission which is owned by the root. So sudo. I can change my own files, but I'm changing the root root file. So I don't have a permissions. And now here you see this file I change this permission. Okay. Now I don't require the root access to change my own file. So let's say this is my file. So ch own, and here Rajesh I created last time, and Rajesh, and enter. Okay, that is also. Wait a second. This should be permissible because Rajesh access I don't have it. So that is the reason I'm not getting access. Yeah. So because Rajesh I don't have any access, so I have to use the sudo also in this case. Yeah. So now if you see that, if you want to change the permissions, you can do that. Now let's say you want to change the permission recursively to all the files and folders. So what has happened? Here I change the files permissions. Okay. But if you want to change the folders and each files, each directory, all this thing recursively, what you will do? So you will play with chown hyphen r. Okay. Chmod also you have an option of hyphen r. Hyphen r means recursive. So now you will say, how do you remember? So I don't remember this. Slowly, once you get a requirement, you have to go for manual, and any commands you run, you'll get all the options. Google also you can refer it, but this is the faster also. You can get a habit of it. See here, happen are recursive. Okay, so this way you can try as well. So chown hyphen r, capital hyphen r, and then let's say root username, group name root, and this directory whole you can change this. See, not permitted all these files and folder, so I have to use the sudo for it. Enter. And now it's done. So guys, did you understand the combination of ch mode and ch mode? All of you? All of you?
Yeah.
Let me copy this command, though you will get all this a lot of examples on the internet also. Okay, so now what we covered in this session, I'm covering the archiving and compressing, and three commands here. We have very important commands, chmod and chown, that is very important commands. What else? Now guys, one command which is a very important, it's not one, basically one area is very important, and that is called finding a file. Understand that finding a files versus finding a content in the file. Okay, this is important. So finding a file versus finding a content in the file. Did you understand this? Is it making sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to find the files in operating system, so I'm little lazy actually. So sometime I use one utility which is called, let me tell you here. Let's say I want to find this file. So I use simply locate. But you know what? This locate is not a core utility. Okay. Okay, so what I do, I install this mlocate package and this will work. By the way, for in Linux, there's for getting one work of to do one work, you have a tens of commands. So don't worry about that. There's a many approach for it. So locate, I use it, but actually, uh, core command we have to get used to it, and that is called find command. Okay. Now, so if you want to find any files, you have to use the find commands. And if you want to find the content in the file, then the core command which we have in every Linux, which is grep. Okay, so this is a very important commands what you have. Okay, very important commands what you have. So now let's say at a high level, I'm telling you how can you do this. So let me show you the first locate, which I already did. See, so you gave me file. This is easy, but actually find command. Let's say I want to find a file. Dot means current location. It can be root locations also like this. And the name of the file should be this one. But guys, you can use a regular expression also. For example, sonotype star and stuff like that. Just a second. Uh, sonotype star, or let's say give the regular expression any GIF file I want to file it like this. So many regular expression you can use it. Now I must tell you here, find is a most important command for you, and it has a lots of combinations. So what I would suggest you, um, I would suggest you just a second. I have a one dedicated find command which you need to know all these combinations, and that is called this one. Though we have so many tutorials, don't need to get lost in everything. And okay, let me give you another one. Not able to find it quickly. So this is my database for all the commands. So I'll go here and search for find, and here it is, and this is the one. Okay, so here you look at this here, these combinations. Here you have hundreds of combinations. Okay, not 100, I think 20 or 30 combinations. Okay, so here you see, just look at this pattern. You want to find files which is a sample.txt named with sample.txt in the directory which is called cfg. Now this is the typo I need to correct. This dot should not be there, mind it. Now if you want to find a pattern, so this is the pattern, you can use it. Okay, and this when you again so much of regular expressions. If you want to find a file, see, this will help you to find the files and same time remove the files from it. So this is the combination for it. Again, empty files and directories. Again, search the files with enter permissions, and many combinations you find in these locations. Okay, so you can try this one, all these combinations, and get comfortable. Again, I would suggest you at least spend 30 minutes today or when you are practicing. Why? Because if you practice all this combination, at least you get comfortable with it, don't need to remember it, so it will save your lifetime the things. Okay, now next thing is grep. What is grep? So grep will help you to find the content in the file. For example, I have a file which is let's say I'm creating one file vi. I'm creating a file which is called rajesh.txt. Okay, and then this is India, this is Bangalore, this is world, this is universe, all this thing. Okay, so now this is the content actually, and I saved it. Now let's say you want to find a files, find a content where you don't know which file it has it. So let's say how can I find? So grep, if you know the files, let's say grep, and this I want to find, but where you want to find rajesh.txt. You got it. But let's say you don't know the file name. So what you will do? So grep hyphen r, okay, and then what you want to find this, or let's say India, you want to find India, and then a dot means current location, like this. And you see in the dot means current location, you look for it, there's India, and here these are the binaries file which got certain matches done in this jar file, maybe India is written, but basically your output should be here, this one means this is what you are looking for it, but India keyword you find in all the files as well in the current location. Are you understanding the find versus grep, all of you? If you want to find a file, find command. If you want to uh, do the find a content in the files or directories, grep. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes. So in find content, right? What is that hyphen R?
Hyphen r means recursive. Okay,
Oh,
and
yeah,
whenever
yeah,
you have
yes.
a certain
Mm,
questions, okay, man you use it. Okay, for example, man
mm.
find, man means manual, but again nowadays Google has come, and more importantly chat gpt has come. That's the reason I'm not dragging, because the moment you say go to the chat gpt, top 20 examples of find command, you will get it. That's not a problem, but you will not do that. Why? Because the moment you have a requirement to find certain files, then only you will do that. So likewise, so I'm not stressing. See here, see here, all this combination, you got it. You have to practice at least once, which I am anyways giving you all the options, but after that you have to I mean, you don't have to take too much of tension, because habit, the more you practice, you will get uh, uh, comfortable. Practice, not, you cannot remember all these commands because they're too much. So now grep, here also I have created, I think, pretty large example set. You can see that. So all these combinations and all, here you can refer it. So this is something which you can try for grep also. Okay, so now next thing is what we cover now, how to find a file. So find command is the best option. It has a hundreds of combination, mind it. You have to practice at least once, and the grep also you have to do practice at least 30 minutes. You don't miss it, because if you don't know the capabilities, you will be keep struggling for lifetime. So this is the mistake I did initially uh, of my career, and later on I realized that I completed that work. So please remember that. Okay, so that is the stuff. Any questions on this? Finding a file versus finding a content in the file?
In the find, we use dot, right? So dot meaning the current
Current directory.
directory.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay,
here
and if
some of the
we,
stuff I'll tell you. Dot
hmm,
means current directory. Dot means back directory. Okay, back directory, like that. These are the way we use it.
okay. But even if we know the file name, or if we don't know the file name, that
Yeah, then
then we use
pattern and
find
all,
it in
it will
search.
work. Yeah, pattern. Yeah,
Right.
pattern, you can do that. Pattern
Okay.
search.
Oh yeah, yeah. Regular expressions use it. Okay.
Okay, now guys, next topic which we have is editor. Okay, so now guys, we have so many editors in Linux. So one of the editor you some of you must be knowing about it. That is called VI editor. But guys, in Linux we have so many editor. VI itself is the most important editor, and you have to practice it. I'll show you the demo. That's not a big deal. but we have so many editors actually. So vi editor is popular, core nano editor we have s SED editor we have. This is a very powerful actually, and we have what is a Beam editor we have. So it depends. So like with what is your you know, let's say some of you like Notepad, some of you like Notepad plus plus, some of you like Visual Studio Plus, some of you like Eclipse. It depends. So options are there, but focus should be on the VI editor. Okay, maybe if you start enjoying the different editor, that's a different thing, but focus should be on the VI editor. So these are the list of editors we have, and I'm going to teach you the VI editor in detail. Okay, but I'll keep this session for only for time being. Okay, remaining we have lots of other topics also in the Linux, so we'll cover next session actually. Will that be okay for everyone?
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.